回来，再来看美国国内消息。有消息称，目前针对美国总统前私人顾问朱利安尼的调查已经被扩大。24日，乌克兰前总统波罗申科在加拿大举行的国际安全论坛上，透露了一些2017年他与川普以及朱利安尼会晤时的细节。在美国国会众议院近日对川普发起的弹劾调查中，朱利安尼被指进行了相应的外交努力，施压乌克兰调查美国前总统拜登。但乌克兰前总统日前的发言否认了这一点。
Andrew Favarov thought it was a joke. The two shady businessmen from South Florida had no backing, no experience. But what they did have, they said, was the Trump administration's ear. And they wanted a cut of Ukraine's natural gas business.
This is completely crazy. It was the first time in my experience when two private actors were offering or discussing the issues that are supposed to be part of U.S. Foreign policy.
He says what Parnas and Fruman were proposing was a takeover of management at the Ukraine state-owned oil and gas company Naftogaz. Favarov would be their new CEO. Parnas and Fruman would then get sweetheart deals. And anyone who got in their way, like U.S. Ambassador Marie Yovanovitch, who opposed this old-style corruption, would be removed.
Honestly, I didn't take it seriously at first. You know, you hear all sorts of crazy stories. And then it actually took place. That's when it was just a moment of wow for me. How has this happened?
Did you fear that they really were connected to the Trump administration and had the power to carry out what they were doing?
After the events transpired with Ambassador Yovanovitch, yes, I thought that it was a distinct possibility.
Parnas and Fruman have been indicted for violating federal campaign laws. Federal prosecutors in New York allege the two men illegally funneled hundreds of thousands of dollars in foreign funds into the campaigns of Republican Party candidates and a Trump super PAC in an effort to buy political influence for their new gas company called Global Energy Producers. They have pleaded not guilty. Igor Fruman's attorney declined comment for this story. An attorney for Lev Parnas has yet to respond. Favarov says he immediately turned down the offer Parnas and Fruman were making to him this past March and reported their actions to the U.S. Embassy in Kiev. He is also cooperating with the federal investigation, which CNN reports is also focusing on the actions of President Trump's personal attorney, Rudy Giuliani.
Hi, Mr. Giuliani.
A source familiar with the matter said federal prosecutors are investigating Giuliani's possible business ties to Parnas, Fruman, and their company, Global Energy Producers. An attorney for Giuliani told CNN Mr. Giuliani had no interest in GEP at any time. Earlier this month, Giuliani vehemently denied any wrongdoing.
And the reality is that everything I've done is totally legal.
Favarov says he never met or discussed anything with Giuliani, but says the two men who came to him with a corrupt plan used their association with Rudy Giuliani as proof they could carry it out.
Did they mention Rudy Giuliani?
Yes.
As their conduit?
They mentioned it, yeah, as one of the channels of communication and getting the right message across to the decision makers within the U.S. administration.
They thought they could remove the ambassador of the United States.
To this day, I find it hard to digest how it's possible.
Favarov says what's at stake is much bigger than just Naftogaz or even Ukraine. Russia, he says, is hoping Ukraine will fail and that Russian-style and even Russian-supported corruption will creep back into Ukraine's struggling economy, helping Russia to further destabilize Europe.
Thank you very much.
Rooting out corruption is the best way for the U.S. and the West to fight back. He only hopes the leader of his adopted country still believes that.
That's why people all over the world look to the United States to set the standard, to show how things can be done in a moral and ethical and a transparent way. And I certainly hope, as a U.S. citizen, that this beacon does not lose its value because of some bad actors and because of some greed and opportunism.
美国感恩节是一年中最繁忙的旅行日，然而在今年感恩节期间，至少将有2100万人遭受冬季风暴恶劣气候的影响。从加利福尼亚到密歇根州2000英里范围内的地区，天气都会因为风暴而出现突然的降温、强风、暴雪或暴雨。 俄勒冈州则极有可能发生飓风，导致电力中断和基础设施毁坏。截至周二，假日虽然还没有正式开始，已经有数百航班取消，一条洲际公路因暴雪关闭。
If you're visiting family and friends this Thanksgiving, pack your patience along with your clothes.
I don't like cold weather. I don't like snow. I'm ready for spring.
The National Weather Service says a historic storm is hitting parts of the West Coast Tuesday and Wednesday, and winter weather advisories, watches, and warnings are in effect for more than 20 million people from California to Michigan.
I'm a Denver native, so I'm used to it when it snows a foot and then it melts the next day, so I'm used to it.
AAA reports more than 55 million Americans will be traveling at least 50 miles for Thanksgiving, and vicious weather is going to play a factor for those hitting the road by vehicle.
We've got Thanksgiving travelers mixing with commuters, mixing with the snow, so all that at once really is going to lengthen your commute.
As well as those traveling by air.
Depending on how the forecast shakes out, some airlines may choose to offer travel waivers or cancel or delay flights in advance. So definitely check in with your airline now and then as your trip gets closer.
And some travelers won't have much to be thankful for later this week. Another round of nasty weather is expected to hit many parts of the U.S. this weekend. I'm John Lawrence reporting.
美国总统唐纳德·川普为一名被控在伊拉克犯有战争罪的海军海豹队员的案件进行了辩护，而海军部长因处理此案的方式被免职。该队员被控2017年在伊拉克作战期间杀死了一名受伤的伊斯兰国恐怖组织武装分子。今年早些时候，军事法庭陪审团裁决他谋杀罪不成立。但是裁决他与这名10几岁的武装分子的尸体合影的罪名成立，他的军衔被降为上士。
Navy Secretary Richard Spencer ousted this weekend.
You don't go to your boss's boss and petition without letting your boss know.
According to a senior defense official, Spencer proposed a secret agreement with the White House regarding the case of Navy SEAL Eddie Gallagher.
It befuddles me why, at that level, you would have conversations with the White House about something that is so controversial and so public without including your boss, in this case, the Secretary of Defense.
Gallagher was convicted in July of discrediting the armed services for posing next to the body of a dead 12-year-old ISIS fighter. Gallagher was demoted, but President Trump reinstated his rank last week against the advice of Defense Secretary Mark Esper.
This is all about ego and retaliation. This has nothing to do with good order and discipline. They could have taken my trident at any time they wanted. Now they're trying to take it after the president restored my rank.
The president tweeted Sunday that Spencer was fired because of how he handled the Gallagher case and because of cost overruns in Navy contracting. But Spencer says he was ousted because, quote, I no longer share the same understanding with the commander-in-chief who appointed me in regards to the key principle of good order and discipline. I'm John Lawrence reporting.
感恩节是美国人表达感激的节日，而一些专家日前表示，他们希望今年的感恩节人们也能花上一些精力，表达一下对地球母亲的感恩和保护。例如，在烹饪感恩节大餐的过程中，挑选绿色、健康、有机的食材，以及选择一些健康的菜式，都可以成为一种对环境保护的努力。虽然微小，但依然能够为地球生态做出一些贡献。
Giving thanks while keeping Mother Earth in mind. This Thanksgiving, small changes on your plate can have a big environmental impact on our planet.
If you look at your plate on Thanksgiving Day and go, okay, where's all of this from? Odds are you might not be able to say where any of it was from, let alone how it was grown, how it was processed, how it was packaged, how it was shipped.
One expert shares 3 things you can do to have a more sustainable meal. Number 1, buy locally grown and seasonal foods. It may cost a bit more and require more meal planning, but experts say it's worth it.
It tastes better, it's more fresh, it makes sense. It's been stored in the ground rather than on a truck for 2 or 3 weeks. You know, it's harvested at peak freshness in season.
Also, experts say most local farmers use sustainable growing practices that are good for the earth.
They're rotating those crops, and they're even resting the land on certain seasons.
Number 2, use less plastic at the dinner table. Instead, use reusable dinnerware, glasses, and napkins. Number 3, Eat less meat. The meat industry is one of the biggest sources of methane gas emissions, which is a major contributor to climate change. If you can't save the turkey, experts say opt for free-range and naturally fed animals.
Let's not think about meat as the centerpiece. Let's shift that a little bit and try to give more of the limelight to the fruits and vegetables.
For Consumer Watch, I'm Mary Maloney.
再来看娱乐方面的消息。日前，最新的《星球大战》影片的导演 J.J. 阿布拉姆斯在一档节目上讲述了他们关键剧本险些泄露的信息，称一名工作人员不小心把剧本遗留在了酒店的房间里，而很快这一剧本就出现了eBay上等待出售。幸好他们及时制止了这一泄露事件，否则影片的保密工作将受到巨大挑战。
Confronting fear. It's the destiny of a Jedi.
The fears of a lot of Lucasfilm and Disney executives almost came true. Star Wars: The Rise of Skywalker director J.J. Abrams revealed on Good Morning America a cast member left a script under a hotel room bed and it wound up on eBay. Abrams says a Disney employee spotted it online and got the script back before it sold.
Learn to get along with the boys. You're sexy, but you're too much work. I have a whole list. Will other women come forward?
Bombshell is an award winner. The Producers Guild of America is giving the film its Stanley Kramer Award for raising public awareness of important social issues. The movie about the sexual harassment scandal at Fox News Channel will be honored at the 31st Annual PGA Awards, January 18th in Hollywood.
I've never seen lost men like that. Pitsenbarger comes down that wire and saves men he never even knew.
Sounds like a suicide mission.
Suicide is hopeless. What Pitsenbarger did was valor.
Here's the first trailer for The Last Full Measure, based on the true story of an Air Force medic who saved dozens of lives in Vietnam and the battle decades later to award him the Congressional Medal of Honor. The Last Full Measure reaches theaters January 24th. In Hollywood, I'm David Daniels.
接下来，请关注汉天生活报道。